Main spare parts of YZ-YX120 SLWZ automatic temperature control oil press with water cooling system, deceleration system, feeding system, squeeze chamber assembly, adjusting assembly, water cooling circling system, electric control, vacuum oil filter, which showed our adjusting assembly, machine stand, deceleration box, lubrication hole, oil view hole, oil drain hole, feeder base, squeeze chamber assembly, adjusting bolt, pressing bolt, lock nut, squeeze loop, ring of squeeze bars. 1. The oil press should be stably and safely placed on the flat platform. Keep it horizontal and leave enough space for convenient operation and maintenance. Then, take down the screw bolt of the lubrication hole on the gearbox. Fill lubricating oil in the gearbox according to instruction. Do not start the machine without filling lubricating oil, otherwise the gears and bearings will be damaged. 2. Fill lubricating oil up to the upper part of the oil view hole on the gearbox, about 8 to 9 kilograms, N32 number oil. 3. Tighten the bolt after finishing filling. 4. Fill lubricating oil or clean squeezed plant oil in the oil cup of the adjusting bolt on the spiral shaft. 5. Fill lubricating oil or clean squeezed plant oil in the bevel gears of the feeding assembly. 6. Ensure the water valve of the water tank under the machine is closed. Turn clockwise is to close. Then open the water drain ball valve. Fill tap water through plastic pipe. 7. Also can direct connect the plastic pipe to the water hole on the water tank. 8. Remove the ventilation cover plate on the electric control box. 9. Connect electric control box to 380 voltage, 3-phase electricity. 10. Connect terminals to 3-phase 4 wires power supply in sequence. 11. Connect 3 live wires and a 0 line from right to left. 12. Check and adjust the belt tension. Should not be too loose or too tight. Belt pulley and V-belt rotating parts must not be clinked to other parts. 13. Turn on the general power switch. 14. Check if the buttons on the operation panel are working properly. Set up temperature of the squeeze chamber according to oil material requests. 15. Press the start pressing button. Check if the rotation direction of spiral shaft is the same as the arrow direction on the gearbox. 16. Install back the ventilation cover of the electric control box. 1. Mix smashed cake with 10% hot water. An appropriate amount of sand can be added if necessary. 2. Start oil press. 3. Method of adjusting cake thickness. Adjust according to label on the machine stand. Rotating the adjusting bolt clockwise is to increase the cake thickness. Rotating counterclockwise is to reduce the cake thickness. Tighten the tight nut after adjusting. 4. At the beginning of the feeding, manually control the cake quantity. Feeding slowly. Feeding can be too quick and much. Cake can't be too dry. 5. Observe if cake come out from cake out position and if running is smooth. 6. Observe the cake thickness during the wear-in process. Check if cakes come out smoothly. When repeat pressing, the moisture of the cake will reduce by degrees. Must observe continually and add hot water properly. When warmed, the machine up to settled degree. Stop wearing in. Start to squeeze oil formally. 1. Use the roaster machine to heat oil seeds. Firstly, light the fire. 2. Connect roaster machine to power supply. Turn the positive and negative switch counterclockwise to make the roaster machine rotate. 3. Pour oil seeds into the roaster machine from the feeding hopper. Start roasting. 4. When roasting is finished, turn the positive and negative switch clockwise to reverse the pot body. The oil material will be poured out. 5. Fill the roasted seeds in collector. 1. After milling the cake, to warm the oil press up to set a temperature. Prepare to feeding and squeezing. 2. Turn on oil press. Pour roasted seeds into feeding hopper evenly and slowly. Can't feed too much, too quick, or inconsistently. Adjust the adjusting bolt. Set the cake thickness as 1.5 to 2 millimeters. 3. The oil squeezed is gathered in oil tray. Then flow to the oil filter tanks through the oil tunnel. The 2 oil filter tanks work alternatively. 4. Observe closely to see if running is smooth and cake is normal. Normal cake has tiled shape, not stick fingers when pinches. Inner surface is smooth and outside surface is crinkle. No oil stains. 5. Spread the cake until it's cooled down below 40 degrees centigrade to avoid spontaneous combustion. Then storage is permitted. 6. When the oil is completely submerged, the filter mesh. Press the start filtration button. The vacuum pump starts to work. 7. During vacuum pump working, open the vacuum control valve of the working oil filter tank only. All of other valves should be closed. 8. When filtration is started, clean oil flows into the tank and residue drag stays on the filter mesh. Use wooden shovel and brush to clean the dregs in order not to block the filter mesh. 9. As the oil has high temperature and is unrefined, it's easy to generate bubbles under negative pressure in the tank. Excessive bubbles will decrease the vacuum pump's efficiency. Even make oil filter cannot work properly. So it's necessary to observe through the middle view window to check if bubbles are generated. 10. Once bubbles are found, turn off the vacuum control valve immediately. Turn on the air control valve to let fresh air in, thus to cool down the filter tank to avoid generate excessive bubbles. 11. When bubbles faded, turn off the air control valve. Turn on the vacuum control valve for continuing filtering. Still pay attention to the whole oil filtration process. 12. When the filtered clean oil level in the filter tank reaches the middle level of the observe window, stop filtering. Prepare to use the other one filter tank. 13. Turn off the vacuum control valve on the filter tank. Turn on the air control valve. Release the negative pressure. Put a clean container under the tank. Turn on the valve at the bottom of the tank. Discharge the oil. 14. Use the 2 oil filter tanks alternatively to circulate the oil filtration job. 15. Clean the residue oil in the filter tank. Repeatedly turn off the vacuum control valve and turn on the air control valve to let cold air in. Filtrate all the oil. 16. Use wooden shovel to clean the dry dregs on the filter mesh. The dregs can be fed an oil press to press again. Wash or replace the filter cloth and filter mesh in time when they are blocked. Used filter cloth can be reused when washed. 17. Press the stop filtration button on the electric control panel. Once the filtration process